Hi guys, welcome back to another voyage of the vintage fish sled. So today I want to show you some of the items that I have done some research on that I have found recently and offer you some great deals. First great deal, subscribe to my channel and anything in my eBay store is 10% off. If you like this video, I'll give you another 10% off of anything you find in this video that you want, and if you share this video, that will be an additional 10% off anything in this video. So you could potentially save 30%. First item I want to show you is this beautiful women's leather coat. This is a vintage leather coat. And sometimes if you've been around a while, you might can recognize vintage easier than other people can. Or maybe if you are I'm trying to find the size. If you, study the sizes, study labels and different things, some are easier to recognize than others. The size on this one is just large. It's just large. I think I did do measurements on it. I want you to look at this brand right here. GV, and it's made in Italy. This is the softest smooth leather. I think they call it like butter leather, and it's a little bit longer than waist. It doesn't have a belt, but it doesn't have loops for a belt. But look here, there's a pocket here and a pocket here. Okay, and here are the measurements if you need the measurements for this leather coat, so that you will know it fits a 42 chest. It's about 32 inches long, and the sleeve is 24 inches long. Okay, it's made in Italy. GV. So what do you think that GV stands for? I had no idea. And I know the person that sold this to me had no idea. Looked it up. I about crapped my pants. Giovanni Versace. Yes, it is. I also want you to check out the buttons on here. Aren't those cool? I don't know if you can see it very well. And they're put on together with this little right here. So they're not sewn on. This is handmade in Italy. This is a vintage coat. And I think on eBay they're about $200. And I think that's what I have this for. So hit me up if you want a deal on this leather coat. It's beautiful, and the leather is just, it's just like butter. It's so soft. I really like this coat. Great quality made. That's one of the things that we like about vintage. Great quality made. Okay, so today, the rest of today's haul is going to be about glassware and some figurines that I have. Okay, so first little guy is this little guy here. I did not research the figurines. I think he's vintage. He looks older. He looks like the skunk from Bambi. Flower, remember him? Okay, there's no markings on him as to what he is. So he's going to be, all of these little figurines, $5.99. $5.99 for this guy. These two together, $5.99 for the pair. $5.99 for the pair. They were made in Korea, so they're probably vintage. Cute little girls here. Cute, cute, cute. This one I'm not going to sell, but I do want to show you because I didn't realize there's this little marking on here. But I do want to show you this brand name. If you're out hunting, this is supposed to be a quality vintage for little figurines and stuff. This is one of the brands to look for. Another brand to look for that is vintage is this one. And these are kind of hit or miss. Homeco. Do you remember home interior parties? Well, that's what Homeco is. And this is a cute little trinket box with a little pixie and a little mushroom, and you can put your little valuables in here. Don't make them too valuable because for some reason this top doesn't seem like it wants to fit very well, but it's very cute. Maybe I don't have it turned right. I don't know. Maybe it's something you play with. I don't know. Anyway, $5.99. All the little figurines are $5.99. Okay, so next one I have this little cat. Some people like cats. This one's just solid black. He's a glazed, not marked, solid black, $5.99. Here's another cat. This one's kind of awake. He's quite a bit bigger. And this guy was made in Taiwan. And I want to say he's vintage because of the coloring and like little patterns like this and the way his face is made. But he's really cute. And none of these have any little marks or dings or anything. So $5.99 for all the little figurines here. Also have this tiny little hand painted. I believe that says made in Italy. I want to say this right here says Italy, but gee whiz if I know. Anyway, this is hand painted, you can tell, and it's a little ceramic. It's probably, I don't know, I was going to say a toothpick holder, but I don't think so. I think that's a little bit big for a toothpick holder, but it's awfully small for flowers, unless you have very small flowers. Who knows? Maybe it's just a beautiful shot glass. Who knows? Whatever. There's a pretty design here. And then if you get tired of looking at it or you want something new, flip it around and look. You got a new design. It's like 2 vases with 1 money. $5.99. You're not going to get a better deal than that. Tell me where you're going to get a better deal than that. Nope, nowhere. Not a hand-painted vase. You're not today, brother. Not today. Okay, speaking of a hand-painted vase, I got you a little piece of pottery here, made in Texas. And I know how my Texas friends love stuff that's made in Texas. Let me show you about this little ceramic pottery little thing here. I think a cute little cactus would be beautiful in here, or a little bonsai tree, whatever you want to put in here. Looky right there. Alamo. Got you some little blue bonnets going on. It's got a little painted scenery on here. I think this is really cute. $5.99. So all these items I just shown you, $5.99. Also have a cute little vintage salt and pepper shaker set here. It says Japan and something else on the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, they don't have their little stopper doodads in there. You'd have to get some of those unless you're just going to use them for decoration. Look, there's a flower and there's some fruit. And then there's the little holes for the salt and pepper. $5.99 for that pair. Yes, sirree. And then this one, he doesn't have, he's a salt shaker or perhaps a pepper shaker. He does have his little stopper, and he is made in Japan. And I could just tell by looking at him, this is probably from the 70s. I remember. Now, this could be something that would be a replacement for one that you have like this, and he needs a buddy. Or if you just like owls. I like owls. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Right? $5.99. He can sit on your little shelf. If not, he can sit on mine for a while. There you go. All right. Now, this one just kind of almost brings tears to my eyes. Look at this beautiful, look how tall she is. She's probably a good almost a foot tall. She is a nurse. She looks tired. She's a nurse, and she's wearing a dress. She's from a company called Life's Blessings. I think I looked them up on eBay, but I didn't really look up about these. But it's a heavy duty thing here. So if you have a nurse in your life and you want to get her a present, I think this would be a beautiful present. And she's a little bit bigger, so we're going to go up to the $9.99 on her. $9.99. Okay. Also with that, I had found some little, hold on. Where is she? A little pin. And I would include that with her if anybody wants it, that says LVN. I don't know if you can see it good that way. Oh, right there you can. See, somebody in your family is graduating from nursing school, and I think you need to get that tip for them. Remind me that I said there's a pin that goes with it, and I will send you the pin as well. So now we're going to get into, I have 2 little teapots I want to talk about. Here's the first one. Hi, see my chin again? Hi there. I want to talk to you about a vintage teapot. I'm not sure that this one is very vintage. Oh, let's turn it to the pretty side. This is the pretty side. Look at that. I'm not sure this one's extremely, I don't know if this one's vintage. This is Noel, and I looked him up, and he is, I think he's still alive. He's an artist that created this beautiful piece. But I think for people who collect teapots or who like this ivy scene going on, this would be beautiful because look here, it's even on the handle. That ivy goes down there. And it's in great condition. There's no chips, nothing. It's in very, very good condition. It's very lovely. Would you like a little spot of tea? We could put it in our little shot glass. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So this little teapot, $9.99. I am making you such a great deal, and especially if you do those 3 things that you get 30% off of $9.99. Remember our math lesson. So 30%, so we're going to round it up to $10. 30% off of that would be, yeah, $3 off. $7. $7. This bad boy could be yours. Next, one more teapot. Look at this teapot. Look at this design. This design is called like gingham something another. I can't remember what all of it's called. But it's called gingham something another. And it is made in the United States by a company called McCoy. And there's its design number, 140. My dad, whenever I would go out to auctions and garage sales with him, he always picks up McCoy cookie jars usually. The last time I went to see him, he told me, don't pick up McCoy cookie jars. So apparently they're not selling as well. Okay, this one does have a ding right here. Yep, you can see it right there. And on the bottom, which it's on the bottom, so who cares, there is a little right there. But the rest of it is in great condition. Oh, wait a minute. Does this? No. You wouldn't want to use it. It would only have to be for decor because it does have that crazing inside. It just crazed on the inside. It did not craze all the way through, just on the inside. So this is a vintage, and this is by a McCoy. Okay, so I was going to talk about McCoy. McCoy is one of the most well-known pottery companies in the United States. It is one of the ones, if you see something with McCoy on it, a lot of people are collectors of McCoy items. A lot of people are collectors of teapots. So I believe that the teapots and McCoy teapots are worth picking up. Now my dad says, you know, don't pick up things that are McCoy. I still think that they're quality made because a lot of people like things that are made in the United States. They like vintage items. And my dad doesn't sell online, so he doesn't know all of that stuff. Bless his sweet little heart. All right. I also picked this up. I'm not sure what this is. It's kind of got that coloration of carnival glass, but it's not that heavy. So it may be something like luminaire, blah, 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 something other. I don't know. It was just pretty. And maybe sometime or another I'll look it up and see what I can figure out. I did order some glass books so I can learn more about glass by using books. I have this hand painted, no, it was marked. No, it's just marked not dishwasher safe or something or another. This hand painted glass, and this is painted. It wasn't fired on or anything, so you can still feel the paint. You would have to be very careful with this because it could chip off. And it's got the gold all around the rim. Gold color. I don't want to call it gold because it's probably not gold. I have shown you this hand-blown glass before. These ruffled edges and everything. They're so pretty. And you can see right here, and you can feel it where it was on the little base and they broke it off. Hello. This has a good echo too. This is just a nice little thing. Okay, so I want to talk to you about blown glass. That's why I brought this up, for us to talk about blown glass. I have 2 more pieces and they are fabulous. They are fabulous. Okay, so blown glass. So when you have blown glass, and you can kind of tell, especially if it has this little, I don't know, can you see this right here? Okay, so how they do blown glass is they have like a rod, and then they have some, and you know, it's on there, and they have something that's blowing the glass and something that's pulling the glass. Okay, now modern day, a lot of people just take glass rods, melt them down, and do little designs with it. But if it's a real glass maker and they made all of this, they have different design, they have different recipes and everything. So they're different recipes. Some of them, I told you before that they use sand, and for like the crystal vase, which I didn't show my new one. Isn't it pretty? Crystal vase. This one is going to be $12.99. Look at it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Remember, this has lead in it. A lot of your they could use all different kinds of things. There's one that's called soda lime, and they put, I can't remember what the chemical is called, soda something another. And then they have lime that they put in it. So they put different chemicals to make the glass. And here's the thing. So they would make it, and they don't know what's going to happen, especially when they're experimenting with this recipe. So they got their recipe, and they've done all the pulling and twisting and everything. And then when it sets, they don't know if this is going to crack or not. And sometimes it would crack up. It didn't stay stable when it cooled off, or whatever happens to it. So these glass makers, they are artists, and they need to be respected. It's a very, very hot job too, because the glass itself that they're working with has to be heated to very extreme temperatures. Way back in the day, whenever they started doing glass and stuff, they had, you know, companies that did that, and they used actual, they didn't have like what we have now, safer ovens and different things like that. They had actual, you know, fire pits and everything like that. So I want to talk to you about this guy right here, and it is Murano glass. This is called a Murano tulip glass. Look at that. Look at the coloration on here. And on eBay, not Etsy. These, I saw 3 different ones sold. $55, $45. So this one is going to be $44.99. It is beautiful. There are no chips, anything on here. So I want to talk to you about Murano glass. It started out Venetian glass, and then they moved over to Murano because there were little islands over there. It wasn't just one island, it was a bunch of islands over there. And the reason they moved over there were a couple of reasons. Number one reason that they moved over there was because those factories would catch on fire really easy, and if they're on an island, they're probably not burning up as much as if they were in the city, burning up the whole city. So that was one reason for safety. And then the other thing is, all of these glass makers, they have their own recipe and their own techniques. And that's the reason you can recognize that this is Murano glass, and that this one is Fitton glass, and that this is that, and this is that, because of the techniques and the quality and the way the material is made. You can get a good feel of it. Like, you know, this one feels different than this one. This one feels much different than this. And you can look and see how clear, and this has got lots of bubbles in it, and you can tell that this is more amateur than this is. This is extremely exquisite in how that color goes through there. And this color was not painted on afterwards. This color was blended in with the actual glass itself. And that's the little history of Murano glass. Did I tell you everything about Murano glass? Yeah, I think I told you everything I wanted to tell you about it. But it's beautiful. I love this piece. Also, it's glazed, and it's glazed inside as well, and you can see that they poured glaze down in there. You can feel right here, there's like, that's where a tool was, and they pulled right here to pull this up, and then another tool curled this under. I don't know if you can see very well. See it? So it was part of the flower. They had made the flower. They pulled this up. They curled this under, all with little tools, while it's very, very hot, trying not to burn themselves, and still make an exquisite, beautiful piece. If you mess up, you have to scrap it and start all over. And look at all these colors. You wouldn't want to scrap and start all over. Also, it's great little texture going on here. So this is a good size, probably a good 12 inches. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good 12-inch vase. You could put some beautiful flowers in here. I would just put it on, I would just display it just like this. This would be a great talking piece in your house. I think everybody needs some blown glass. And then I have one last piece. I do not know the maker of this. I am thinking it is Murano glass as well because the way it is made. But it may not be. I cannot swear to it. Look, it's got the same, this has got red and gold going on it here. And then it's got these little things up here on top. Man, this one's taller than the other one, so this one may be a good, you know, 15 inches or so. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, $44.99. There's no chips, scratches, dings, or anything on this. This is just so pretty. I was just so lucky. I found this in one place, and then I found the other one in another place, and the people selling them I had no idea. I didn't know they were worth that much. And then I looked them up and I was like, holy heck, they're selling on eBay for that much. I didn't even look on Etsy to see how much they were selling for. But anyway,